Good morning, everyone. It's what? Yeah, it is still morning. It's still morning. So we've flicked the camera on today because it's our car show today. So ordinarily you'd see Charlotte on the camera. Charlotte can't make it today, so I'm chipping in. But as you can see, it's been a really good turnout. All weekend we were thinking, oh my goodness, because it was threatening thunderstorms and all sorts, but we've had an amazing turnout this morning. So we started off at the hangar, which is where you see us a lot of the time. And yeah, there was probably, 150 odd cars that turned up for there this morning. And it's very nice and sunny in Suffolk. So sort of 10 o'clock this morning, we all got in and did a convoy through where we are, is in Woodbridge, up to the main workshops.
We wanted to show everyone around that couldn't make it here in person, because of course most people are watching
Absolutely.
or found us through online and might not be local to us here in Suffolk, so if you can't come along, then this is you at the show.
Yeah. But as you can see, there's a real eclectic mix of cars. That's the nice thing about it here. So it's not always classics that turn up to our show. We haven't had it for a couple of years, obviously with COVID and everything like that, but if you sort of look back down this way, I'm not sure. One of the McLarens that turned up is actually quite a nice story. One of the McLarens saw all of our cars go past and he was in the petrol station. I did see this McLaren in the petrol station as we drove past. So he saw the convoy and thought, I'm going to join that, which was quite good. And it's stunning. So obviously we wouldn't ordinarily work on something like this because we're a classic car company.
50
but
years time we will be.
Maybe. Scary that, isn't it? Scary to think that. The amount of people that come up to us all the time and say, what is classed as a classic? And there's no real sort of answer. I mean, you're coming up to the Lotus Elise now. All right, this is an 05, but
it's going to be a classic for sure.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. But there's loads of stuff here that you sort of think one day it is going to be a classic. Quite a lot of Mustangs turn up. There's people coming, there's people going all the time. Had quite a few Porsches that have just gone now. But no, it's a really, really good turnout this morning. We can't really have asked for better weather, really, considering we're expecting it to be...
Well, last night when we were checking it, 90% chance thunderstorms.
Freddie, everyone's looking on their phone and it was thunderstorms. We went into Freddie's office and he said, oh, looking good tomorrow, 10%. And we're thinking, what on earth are you looking at?
Keep looking until you find the right one.
But he was right. What else have we got going on here? So if we head over to... I better get out of the way of this car. If you turn around this way, you've got some more down here. Might be worth having a look at this. It's a great opportunity for people to come out. I mean, it's probably the first car show of the year as well. There's a big one next week. Yeah, let's go over to the workshops. Yeah, there's a big one next week over in Helmingham, which is near to us, which is where our Jag Mark 1 is going to be given away. Hiya, how are you doing, all right?
Yep.
It's lovely, isn't it? So that chap there's got a B10 Alpina.
Oh,
it's
we've got to find
absolutely
that.
stunning. Really, really nice. So if you head down, so that's the garden centre. That's where we're based. If you turn round,
When you get bored of the cars,
you can go and do a little bit of shopping in the garden
Kevin
centre.
spotted a Escort Mark 1 back there.
Yes.
Really nice.
So then we're heading. It's probably the first time anyone's really sort of seen the premises as well. Is where there's a lot of lorries and the garden centre has a lot of activity going on. So it's nice at weekends because the lorries disappear and they give us the concrete. So now we're heading towards the main workshops. So on your right hand side in a minute, you'll see the dirty area, I suppose we call it, but it's far from dirty. It's where
Comparatively dirty.
Yeah. It's where the two Jameses and Clinton work, so that's the welding area. So that's where the cars really get stripped, pulled apart. There's James in there now, actually. They get stripped and pulled apart. You see the Aston Martin DB2 in there. There's a Riley just tucked at the back. Honda Integra just behind there, getting some work done. That's a good one. We've just been speaking about modern classics. You didn't think people would be starting to spend money on them just yet, but they are. And if you head this way, the door opened down here. Chris standing there looking busy. Is our paint shop. This is where Chris and Matt work. All right, Chris. So E-Type Roadster in there, and then just behind there is the oven, which is obviously where the paint gets cured. And Dean's just talking there. So Dean works for our paint supplier. So he's come along, just have a little chat.
Lots of people tuning in. It's nice of more people to join us.
It's nice to show the workshops as well. See, the workshops are a bit full because we were planning on it being very wet. Normally, this area down here is where we sort of place
We
cars.
opted to err on the side of caution and get everything inside.
We
so-
did, yeah. We come through here. So this is the trim area. This is where we do our leather work, roofs, hoods, things like that. So the Jensen's pretty much done. So that's going to Helmingham next week into a concourse competition. So that's just a little bit of titivating this week and test drives this week, and then
Lee
that's all
says
done.
Good morning. Morning, Lee.
Morning, Lee. TR6 we restored some time ago, so that's been, you might have seen that in the hangar actually. That's going off to Germany very soon. And then the Amphicar, we've probably not shown much of the Amphicar. It's quite a rare thing to find these days. So the story of these is, well, I might be completely wrong, someone might tell me differently. 40,000 were due to be made, 4,000 were made, but they had sort of £40,000 worth of quantity of parts, yeah.
I've been told that they're the fastest boat on the road and the slowest car on the water.
That's
Maybe
probably
that's
right,
where-
yeah, that's probably right.
But the sign writing is really lovely, isn't it? This personalised sign writing.
See if anyone knows what that means. Acrobat, do you remember what that means? The new owner has decided to call the boat car Acrobat, and there's a good reason for it, so have a little look. Have a little think about it and let us know. So then you've got 1915 Ford Model T, that came in, been sitting in the same family for a really long time. So, hello little man, this is my little boy. So that's just coming for a recommission, so we've done new leather work and basically got it up and running. That's ready to go now. It was supposed to go last week, but because we had the show on this week, we thought we'll keep it here because it's such a nice thing to show people. And then if we head this way, go in front of the car. Yeah, leave him alone. So then we've got the competition cars, as you can probably see. Mark 1 Golf, phenomenal Golf. It's unreal. 285 brake horsepower.
There's a feather on that car.
Oh, there's a feather on that car. Did you get it off? Excellent. Yes, so Mark 1 Golf is doing very well at the moment. It's just ridiculous. I mean, the amount of time and effort someone spent on this car, carbon fibre bonnet, 285 brake horsepower on a car that weighs a feather. You know, it's 800 kilograms.
800 kilograms, so working out at 350 horsepower per tonne.
It's crazy. I mean, I said I've driven some really quick cars in my time, but this really does go. So he's basically stripped any metal that wasn't needed. He's taken it out of the car, cut it out completely. Even the roll bar, that's been made a certain way that it's lightweight.
Sorry to interrupt you. James says he spotted his midget behind you.
There it is. Amazingly, it sold out, what, 22 hours?
22 hours after launch, yeah, fastest.
Incredible. Who is it, James, did you say? James is going to win that, is he?
confident, yeah.
Good, excellent. Well, you can come and pick that up
Hopefully
soon,
nice
James,
and
if you want. So then we got the Lotus Elise arrived with us yesterday from Hethel